we're going deep on this fully remote family idea.
Hmm.
And you're thinking, okay, how do I actually build an online business around this? Where do I even start?
Right. It can be overwhelming for sure.
Totally. So you've stumbled across this intriguing sneak peek into something called Profitable Funnels Mentoring
Hmm.
by Jomar Hilario.
This guy's known as the OG internet marketer of the Philippines, so he's been around the block a few times.
He has, and let me tell you, his approach is a little different.
What really stood out to me was how he weaves practical internet marketing techniques with, get this, a strong emphasis on faith.
It's not something you typically hear in a business program.
Right.
Like right off the bat, in the first session, he's talking about the power of prayer. Specifically, he calls them spiritual warfare prayers,
Yeah.
which he believes are essential for protection and success in business.
It's fascinating. He even delves into traditional Catholic prayers and this whole concept of authority in prayer, suggesting that the father figure should lead these prayers for the family.
It's definitely not your typical marketing advice, huh? And then he encourages participants to pray for specific outcomes, like success in their online ventures.
It's like he's approaching online business from a really holistic perspective, considering not just the strategies, but also the mindset and spiritual well-being of the entrepreneur.
Totally. So from prayer, he then moves into this idea of content pillars. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, content pillars are essentially the core topics you build your online content around. It's like the foundation of your content strategy.
Exactly. But then he adds this twist. He starts talking about using AI to help with this process.
AI is all over the place these days, right? So he demonstrates how to use AI tools to generate content pillar ideas based on your specific niche.
It's pretty wild. Like he uses a prompt like, my niche is teaching people about managing their money through games using a website platform. Give me 5 content pillars.
It's so cool how AI can help streamline this process.
It is. And he emphasizes picking a niche you are truly passionate about, even if it's not directly related to your product.
That makes a lot of sense. Your enthusiasm will naturally shine through in your content if you're genuinely interested in the topic.
Exactly. And get this, he unveils this completely unexpected strategy. He calls it mining YouTube comments.
Mining YouTube comments. Okay, I'm intrigued.
I know, right? It sounds crazy, but it's actually brilliant. He basically shows you how to use AI to sift through all those YouTube comments and pull out valuable insights and themes.
Oh, so he's not just saying read the comments. He's giving a system for extracting useful information from them.
Precisely. It's about looking at the comments section as a goldmine of potential content ideas. He even uses AI to identify recurring questions, concerns, or even arguments that come up in those comments.
That's smart. You're essentially tapping into what your audience is already talking about.
And then you can use those insights to create blog posts, articles, videos, social media updates, you name it. It's like providing answers to questions people are already asking.
So you're almost guaranteed to be creating content that people are actually interested in.
Exactly. And it takes the guesswork out of content creation.
It's like turning the chaos of the YouTube comments section into a strategic advantage.
I love it. It's definitely a different approach than what you typically hear.
It is, but it makes so much sense. It's all about working smarter, not harder, and using technology to your advantage.
Absolutely. Using AI to make sense of all those comments and turn them into content gold.
It's pretty ingenious. So in sessions 5 and 6, Jomar actually shows you how to do this. He demonstrates using an AI tool to analyze and summarize those comments, even pulling out usernames and quotes.
It's like getting a behind-the-scenes look at how people are really responding to certain topics.
Yeah.
Imagine finding a popular video about, say, how couples should manage their finances.
Hmm.
You could feed all those comments into the AI and see what themes emerge.
Right. It could tell you if people are generally agreeing with the advice in the video or if there are a lot of arguments and disagreements. It's instant market research.
And then you can use those insights to create content that addresses those specific points or answers those burning questions.
Exactly. So you're not just randomly creating content and hoping it resonates. You're using data to guide your content strategy.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
You're practically guaranteed to be creating content that people are already interested in.
Now, Jomar doesn't stop there. He also shows you how to use AI to generate new content ideas, even if you're just starting from scratch.
Like if you have a general niche, but no specific topics in mind.
Yeah, exactly. He gives an example of using a prompt like, give me 6 content pillars for my website about alternative energy solutions, assuming I plan to sell them globally.
That's so cool. It's like having an AI brainstorming partner.
And he emphasizes that you don't have to just accept the first thing the AI spits out. You can refine it, get more specific, or ask it to rephrase things.
Oh, so this is a real back and forth.
Yeah, he even gives examples like, give me a list of content pillars, no need for
So
explanations.
you're learning to talk to the AI in a way that gets you the specific results you're looking for.
Precisely. But he reminds you to keep your passions and interests in mind too. Don't be afraid to explore ideas that you genuinely find exciting, even if they aren't directly related to your current business.
That makes sense. Authenticity is so important. People can tell when you're genuinely passionate about something.
Exactly. Now, in session 6, Jomar takes this whole AI thing to the next level. He shows you how to use AI to actually write the content.
Wow, so we're talking full-blown blog posts, articles, even video scripts.
Yep. He demonstrates how to take those AI-generated ideas and turn them into fleshed out pieces of content.
I'm curious though, does he address that whole robots writing everything concern? Like, how do you make it sound human?
Oh yeah, that's a big one. He talks about blending the AI output with your personal insights and stories. It's not about letting the AI take over completely, it's about using it as a starting point and then adding your unique voice and perspective.
So it's still your content. You're just using AI to speed up the process and overcome writer's block.
Right. He even gives examples of how to talk to the AI to make the writing sound more conversational and engaging, like make this sound more like a real person wrote it.
I can see how that would be helpful. It's
Wow.
easy to fall into that formal robotic tone when you're writing.
He also encourages you to edit and personalize the AI's output as much as you want.
So it's not about being lazy and just copying and pasting everything the AI gives you.
Yeah,
You're still actively involved in the creative process.
exactly. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Joe Marr suggests using AI to create hypothetical stories for your content.
Hypothetical stories. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
So let's say you're writing a blog post about choosing the right mattress. You could tell the AI, write a story about my experience with back pain, assuming I sleep on my side in like a firm mattress.
And then you could use that AI generated story to introduce your topic and make it more relatable.
Right. It adds a personal touch without having to reveal overly personal details.
That's brilliant. It's like having an AI screenwriter on your team.
He encourages you to experiment with this technique and have fun with it.
It sounds like Jomar really embraces the potential of AI to enhance creativity.
He does. And then, in session 7, he shifts gears and dives into websites, specifically building them using a popular platform.
So now we're talking about taking all this awesome content and putting it online for the world to see.
Exactly. And guess what? He uses AI here too.
Of course he does. It wouldn't be a Jomar program without AI sprinkled throughout.
He shows you how to seamlessly transfer all those AI-generated content pieces right into your website. He walks you through creating new posts, adding titles and images, even optimizing everything for search engines.
So he's not just assuming everyone knows how to do all that technical stuff.
Nope. He breaks it down step by step, making it super easy to follow along.
That's so helpful. Building a website can be daunting for a lot of people.
He also explains the importance of choosing the right keywords and phrases for each piece of content so that it shows up in search results when people are looking for information.
It's all about making sure your content is actually seen by the right audience.
Exactly. He even shows you how to use AI to write those little snippets of text that appear under your website's link in search results. You know, those things that make people want to click on your link instead of someone else's.
It's all about making your website stand out.
Right. And he encourages you to experiment with different themes and layouts to create a website that reflects your brand and appeals to your target audience. He even suggests using AI to help you choose a theme. You could ask it something like, suggest 3 website themes for a family travel blog with a clean and modern look.
So AI is literally involved in every step of building your online business. It's like having a digital Swiss Army knife.
He doesn't shy away from the technical stuff either. He walks you through organizing your content, setting up categories and tags, and linking between different pages and posts on your website.
That's so important. It makes your website easier to navigate, both for visitors and for search engines.
And guess what? He even shows you how to use AI to help you find opportunities to link between different pieces of content.
It's like he's thought of everything.
Throughout all this, though, he constantly reminds you that building a successful online business takes time and effort. It's not about getting rich quick.
That's such an important message. There's so much hype out there about overnight success, but the reality is that it takes consistent effort and a long-term perspective.
And he's very open about sharing his own journey, too. He talks about the years he spent creating content and building an audience before he achieved any significant financial success. He even shows some of his early videos that only got a handful of views.
It's so refreshing to hear someone who's achieved a high level of success be so honest about the struggles he faced along the way, it makes him so much more relatable.
He's really trying to demystify the process and show his students that success is achievable, but it requires dedication, patience, and a willingness to keep learning.
And he emphasizes that even creating content that doesn't get a lot of views initially is still valuable because it's all part of the learning process. It's an investment in your future.
Now, here's where Jomar brings in a really unexpected element. He starts talking about the importance of prayer and spiritual practices in the context of building an online business.
Wow, that is unexpected. It goes back to that holistic approach we were talking about earlier.
Right. He encourages his students to pray for guidance, protection, and strength as they navigate the challenges of being an entrepreneur.
So it's not just about the outward success. He's also encouraging people to cultivate their inner strength and spirituality.
And he even suggests specific prayers, like those spiritual warfare prayers he mentioned earlier. He believes they can help you overcome negative energy and stay focused on your goals.
It's definitely a unique perspective.
It is, and it's what makes Jomar so different. He's not afraid to incorporate his faith into his teachings.
It's about bringing your whole self to the table, not just compartmentalizing your life.
Exactly. He also talks about the importance of having a positive mindset and believing in yourself and your ability to succeed.
It's about having that inner confidence and trusting that you can achieve your goals.
Right. And he reminds his students to celebrate the small wins along the way and to remember that the journey is just as important as the destination.
So it's not just about hitting those big milestones. It's about finding joy in the process of building your business and growing as a person.
Exactly. And he ends session 7 with a powerful message about community and support, reminding everyone that we're all in this together.
It's so great that he's fostering that sense of connection and collaboration. Building an online business can feel very isolating at times, so it's nice to know that you're part of the supportive community.
It's definitely more than just a business program. It's a community of like-minded individuals who are all on a journey of growth and self-discovery. Welcome back. So we've seen Jomar's unique take on prayer, AI, and the long-term mindset. Now, where do we go?
Yeah, what happens in the second half of the Profitable Funnels mentoring program?
This is where he really dives into the nitty-gritty of building a sales funnel, like setting one up from scratch, using his preferred platform.
So sessions 8 through 11, he walks us through those steps of creating those forms and bridge pages.
Yep. He even gives detailed instructions for each element, explaining why each step matters.
It's like having him right there beside you.
Absolutely. But he doesn't just focus on the technical side. He also spends a good chunk of time explaining the psychology behind sales funnels.
Oh, so like appealing to emotions and creating a compelling story that leads to a purchase.
Exactly. He's a big believer in storytelling and emotional triggers. And he always stresses testing and tweaking your funnel.
So it's not just a set and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not. He wants you to experiment with different headlines, calls to action, even the overall design.
So it's about taking his guidance and making it your own.
Right. And he's super transparent about sharing his own wins and losses. It makes him more relatable.
I like that he's open about his mistakes. Makes him seem more human.
Totally. Now, get this. In session 11, he brings up this interesting concept called bump offers.
Bump offers. I think I've heard of that, but remind me.
Think of it like when you're at a fast food place and they ask, do you want fries with that? That's a bump offer.
Oh, okay. It's about offering something extra at the point of sale.
Exactly. He teaches you how to do this online, ethically.
Because it could feel pushy if it's not done right.
Right. He stresses offering genuine value, things that complement the initial purchase.
Makes sense. It should feel like a win-win. What else?
He even suggests using AI for bump offer ideas. You could ask, suggest 3 bump offers for a website creation course.
Always with the AI. He loves it.
He does. Now, as we get to the end of the program, he brings it all together, showing how to connect sales funnels with email marketing and content.
Creating that whole system that runs smoothly in the background.
Exactly. Think automated emails triggered by certain actions, like someone signing up or abandoning their cart.
It's like having a tireless assistant working around the clock.
Right. And even though they're automated, he stresses making those emails feel personal and genuine.
It's all about that human touch, even in the digital world.
Throughout those last sessions, he keeps circling back to mindset, perseverance, that whole keep going attitude.
That's so important. Building a business is a marathon, not a sprint.
And you can tell he genuinely wants his students to succeed. It's not just about the business strategies, it's about personal growth too.
Yeah, empowering people to create the life they want. So, wow, what a journey. Spiritual warfare, prayers to sales funnels, Jomar's program really covers it all.
It's such an interesting blend of practical advice, mindset, and a bit of spirituality, too.
So as you explore the fully remote family lifestyle and maybe start building your own online business, remember Jomar's advice. Focus on what you're passionate about, keep learning, and embrace the long game.
And don't forget that success isn't just about money. It's about aligning your work with your values and making a positive impact on the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.